Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. It appears that I'll need to rush through an intro to get started with the show. Miss Elizabeth wanted breakfast this morning, and I went to get it, and T-Double drove. So now we're turning on computers and pulling up files. We're talking about work and our wives and Tom's child. But since these are all the things we'll discuss live just for you, we might as well hit record since that's all the prep work we have time to get through. Bouncing from the mountaintop, a file too large to load. He's my amigo, my best pal, my buddy, my bro. Tom fucking Washington. What's been up, man? How are you?
Just living the dream, Pat. Just living the dream.
How are you living it?
One nightmare at a time, buddy. One nightmare at a time.
I like it.
One nightmare at a time, for sure. How's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in 10 minutes.
It has been about a dozen or so minutes since the last time we had a face-to-face interaction. But I'm doing fairly well. We did the Light Festival as promised last night. It was much better than I had expected. I was telling you that Miss Elizabeth's friend there, who we'll call Sarah, and Chili McFreeze, I told you they have a child. He's about 12 months, I think. And the kid smiled from the time they took him out of the car in the 4-degree weather with the wind blowing like a fucking tornado. He smiled from the second we took him out of the car to the second he went back into the car. The kid was happy the entire time. I do not understand it. The adults complained far more than that child or his, 2-3-year-old sister. So it was a good time because the kids could have been fucking miserable, but they weren't.
Nice. I did not go to the casino yesterday. Like I had
Why not?
originally. Well, so we realized, I told you this, right, that we realized late in the week that the All-Star game was today, so there was no basketball, and our original plan was to go watch basketball at the new sports book, and once we realized that, I told Griff, I'm probably not going to do it, and then I was like, oh, well, fuck it, we can go watch college, even though I'm not a big I'm not a big basketball person to begin with, but March Madness is right around the corner, and me and Griff plan on betting heavy on that. So I figured, I should go watch some college basketball. And it just never came together, I guess. He made other plans when I told him I probably wasn't going to do it. And then I ended up working for some stuff for my actual job last night for a while. So, and then I told Erica, Erica and I could have went. But I just, you ever just have a feeling, and you're just like, this probably isn't the best thing right now. I just had a feeling that if I went to the casino, I would have lost a lot of money. And I wasn't up for it. So we stayed in, and I finished up with work around 8 o'clock last night. Went up, watched, we had some Chinese food, and watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I did. You're going to talk a little bit about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I'll gladly join you on. I love the show, but you're just getting into it, I guess. I'm going to talk a little bit about Yellowstone, which I stayed up till 1:30 in the morning so I could watch the end of the last season that's available on Peacock. And fuck, man, I can't wait to talk about those two things because I'm going to tell you, Yellowstone, I think, is one of the fucking most amazing things I've ever seen.
That's what I hear, man. I really got to start watching it. I heard that, so again, as I said it a million times on here, I used to listen to the news every morning on my way to work, and now I've switched it to just strictly listening to sports radio. It's much better for my mental health than, I couldn't tell you one thing that's going on in the news, nor do I give a flying fuck. I'm over the news.
I'm pretty sure Ukraine's about to get blown up like a porn star. And
there's truckers.
There's some truckers that are striking.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. I have no idea what it's about. Couldn't give you the slightest fucking bit of inkling to even start to talk about it, nor do I give a flying fuck. I'm done with the news. I catch things here or there, but I'm not into it like I used to be, which is, I think, good. Much rather listen about sports and a drama in those areas. So, but
at least sports news is real news. You can believe what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's not propaganda. But there's a guy I listen to, Chris Mad Dog Russo. He used to do the show with the famous guys from New York. It was Mike and the Mad Dog. Remember that show?
Mike and Mike?
No, not Mike and Mike. Mike and the Mad Dog. Chris Russo.
Oh, he was the Mad Dog from Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yes. They split
Gotcha.
off. They did their own little thing. So he has his own channel on Sirius. So his show is from 3 to 6 every day. And he did a little review on Yellowstone. It says he refuses to watch it because of the sister-in-law or somebody like that is
Beth.
yeah, she's a cunt or something.
That is putting it mildly.
Yeah, so he refuses to watch it because he cannot stand her character anymore. And I guess the new season it's even worse. So, he said he refused to watch it, but I am very intrigued to hear your review on it. Maybe I'll watch. I don't want to say I'm almost done with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, they're only half-hour episodes, so like I'm on season 3 or 4, so I'm blowing through it pretty good.
Yep.
Great show though. Great show. Really enjoying
Well,
that
fuck it.
one.
You want to do these 2 reviews? Get them out in the open?
Yeah, we can switch up. I mean, it's not in line with your timeline. I know how you get upset about doing a timeline.
I do. We naturally transitioned into this, so why fight nature?
Well, I was gonna say, why don't we leave it as a little teaser and we'll run through these memes.
Teaser it is. Now that you guys are all half hard, let's talk about memes.
Yeah, let's talk about memes. You know, Pat, we need to come up with a good intro for our memes.
Like a song?
Yeah, like we do for movie reviews, TV show reviews, mail time, all that stuff.
I'm open, number niners, to a text message because I don't keep up with modern music very well. I try. Like, I like Joyner Lucas. That's Logic. Logic at this point has retired and come back, so I'm not sure that you can call that modern. If you guys know of a song that has the word meme in the title and is upbeat, I'd be interested. I don't know that they have a song about memes, but I just have to assume that they fucking do. I am tempted, Tom, to say let's use Island Boy.
Island Boy, because that's a big ass meme.
We were just looking at memes, yeah.
Let me ask you this: have you listened to the new Tom McDonald song?
Which one?
It came out a couple weeks ago.
He dropped 2.
Yeah, I've heard the name of the one I listened to. It was
White Boys.
Yeah, White Boys. You listen to the song?
I did.
What do you think?
I don't recall exactly, but I recall thinking this is about as good as he's been for the last couple years, but it didn't seem new. Does that sound right?
Yeah, like it's the same stuff, but it's a good song. You know, it's the same stuff he's been saying for the last couple of years, which I think is
a solid production from Tom McDonald about how difficult it is to be white, which for a while he was saying things that I would say were very, very legitimate. Now he's saying those same things, but he's saying them 16 different ways.
Yeah. What was I going to say? He dropped a new album on Friday with that guy. They dropped an album together.
Who is it, Adam Calhoun?
I don't know. I just recognized him from the music video because he was on the cover of the album. I was thinking about buying it, but I haven't listened to the albums I bought the first time. Did I tell you?
Really?
Yeah, they're just sitting in my truck because that's the only place where I have a CD player.
Why would you not throw those bad boys in when you're driving to and from work?
Again, man, I get like, you know how I get, man. I'm super compulsive, and I set up a routine, and I've gotten into the routine of listening to the sports radio, and I don't want to change that. Really, the sports radio thing I've gotten into, when the Niners got better, I like to hear about what's going on in sports because the Niners are going to be playing these teams. And like, it was astonishing to me how quiet people were about the Niners until they actually made the playoffs. But more importantly is I've been betting a lot. So I like to hear people's takes and, get ideas for bets and stuff like that. So, because all these people that are reporting on sports are all degenerate gamblers like myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pat, can I tell you how excited I am to potentially start this new podcast with Griff? Number 9 bets.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I'm fucking pumped, dude. I'm pumped. I wish you were a degenerate like him and I are, but you're not. So that's good.
Luckily, it's because I'm just so self-aware on that one. I really, really, really thoroughly enjoy a good gamble. Yesterday, perfect example. One of Liz's siblings wrote on our little group chat. They said, we got to figure out something that we can all do together more frequently. And I immediately was like, poker night. Like, I will do anything to fucking gamble. So I deleted the app. I took that free money that we talked about. I put $125 in. I won some money. I lost some money. When I was out, and I deleted the app immediately because I didn't want to. And I really, really wanted to keep making bets. I don't go to the casino. I do anything I can to avoid gambling because I fucking love gambling.
You want to hear something seriously depressing? Seriously depressing.
What's that?
So Thursday I hit some bet fucking Wednesday night, some parlay bet. So I had some money in my account and I went on and I started playing the fucking slot machines, right? And I won a couple $100, no big deal. So then we're sitting there at pool, me and Griff, and I start playing blackjack on my phone, and I'm fucking hitting bets left and right. Dude, I'm playing 3 hands at a time. We're fucking winning. I'm up to like $300. Then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play some slots. I start playing some more slots. I'm up to $500, right? So
Okay.
cool. I get home from pool, I'm taking a dookie, and I'm playing fucking slot machines on my phone, and I went through the whole $500.
Jesus.
Yeah, very depressing. So then yesterday, I was bored. And
Let me ask you, when you go up like that, do you start making bigger bets?
No, when I'm playing slot machines, it's typically always the same bet, $5. $5 to spin.
Okay.
Which is, so yesterday, I'm sitting at home. Erica went out to lunch with her sister and her mom. And I put $200 in and went through that in about 45 seconds and was like, yep, not going to the casino tonight because that's how my night's going to go. And so
I'll do it.
So, but that's Erica went Thursday to drop her dad off to a doctor's appointment. I was up by MGM in Springfield, and she went to MGM. The first slot machine she sat down at, she hit for $200, right? First spin.
Yeah.
So she wins $200, and then she texted me a picture of it, and I said, "You better leave there with money." And not only did she lose that $200, she put in another $200 and lost that. So I figured we were even for that little bit there.
That's
But
fair.
not a great week in the Washington household for betting. Good thing we were up. I broke even from the Vegas trip last weekend.
So where are you overall? I mean, you got to be up overall, right?
I'm about. I think now because I lost that $500. Because that was technically up $400 because I typically deposit $100 at a time. So, I was up $400. I would say I'm slightly up or just about even between that and Sugar House. If you look at just my FanDuel account, I'm down like probably like $700, but I'm up like $1,200 in the other one. So
even though didn't you win like $1,800 that one time?
Yeah, I won, but that's what made me go on Sugar House. Like I said, I'm up like $1,500 because I won all that money. So I would say I'm just about even, right?
Okay.
So not great. And again, if I could stay away from the slots and shit, I'd probably be, I'd be in a much better place. But I get bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you pass the time with it, and it ends up costing you a bunch of money for no reason because basically you get bored. It's horrible. Horrible stuff. Anyway, let's get into these memes. I just saw that that number 3 there, fuckface asshole, fuck you, just got on and is playing his video game, and I'm a little upset he's not watching the show.
Fuck you, Mason. That's one.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. Anyway, Pat, this first meme.
This is a meme of Joe Burrow standing in full gear, and it says, "It's no coincidence Joe Burrow said he was chasing Aaron Rodgers and then immediately lost a big game."
It's fucked up, man.
Griff, that is not the only Aaron Rodgers burn coming your way. Sorry, bud. This is a picture of Joe Mixon celebrating his touchdown pass from the most recent Super Bowl. He's celebrating it by basically mimicking that he's shooting a basketball. And the headline reads, "Joe Mixon has scored more Super Bowl touchdown passes in the last 10 years than Aaron Rodgers." Oof. This is from the Super Bowl halftime show. It's a picture of 50 Cent performing, and it says, "Amazing what inflation has done to 50 Cent."
It's pretty fucked up that they're talking mad shit about 50 Cent being a little bigger.
I gotta tell you, I think he looks healthy at that size. And I looked at pictures of him from when he had first come out, and he was cut Holy fuck. He had like 74 abs, bro. He was fucking in insane shape. So for him to not be in the same shape, I mean, I don't see how he could be.
It's also 20 years later.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, he was in incredible shape. I will say, I saw a picture of Ken Shamrock, who I think is 60 or 70 years old, and he looks unfucking realistically healthy.
nice.
This one, oh, I think I brought way too much in from this. So all we really wanted was that blue part. This is extremely interesting to me. This is, I know the dude who posted it. You've actually met the dude who posted it. Not that you would remember. Do you remember we were going around talking about the podcast? You actually might not have been there. But I met a dude who was a not famous but professional wrestler outside of TJ Maxx in Torrington.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't there.
Okay, well, I was talking to him about the podcast. He said he was a pro wrestler. We exchanged information. I have found over the year or so since I met him that he is a very, very liberal individual. So just through his posts. But this one, man, I got to tell you, very interesting. So this says Dick's Burgers in Seattle just upped its minimum wage to $19 an hour. It gives workers free health care, 3 weeks paid vacation, 50% 401k match, and $9,000 for tuition or childcare. Its basic burger cost $1.80. But I was told that paying people a living wage would make burgers cost $20, question mark.
Again,
This is interesting to me.
It's very interesting. So here's my thing, right? I want to, this is, I would want to research this more to figure out if, because again, you find it on the internet. Just because you find it on the internet doesn't make it fucking true. So I want to see how true this actually is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have so many questions. One, is their minimum wage actually $19? Two, it gives its workers free health care. It seems like that would come with limitations. I mean, so if I have cancer, I should just go apply for a job at Dick's Burgers? 3 weeks paid vacation seems very generous, but it's, I guess, realistic. 50% 401k match to what amount? Because if you'll match my 401k 50% up to 3%, then that's every fucking company. Every company is willing to do something to match for the most part. The real one though, a burger costs $1.80. Tom, how big do you think that burger is, and how many burgers do you think come in a pack of burgers?
It's probably a White Castle burger size.
Exactly what I was thinking. So I was thinking the burgers are $1.80 and they start at a 10-pack.
Yeah, so it's $18.
Right. This is extremely misleading. I was
Just
told
like everything.
I was told paying people a living wage would make burgers cost $20. I mean, we don't currently pay a very good wage because it's not a career oriented field from my interpretation of it. It's kind of your high school job to flip a burger. And those burgers at Wendy's are currently $11. Burger King are currently $10. McDonald's are currently $10. So yes, I think if we doubled the fucking salary, it would double the cost of the fucking burger.
But okay, so that aside, right? You go to a place like Five Guys, right? That has a decent burger, right? If you get just a burger, right? And say, because I'm a fat fuck, and you get a double bacon cheeseburger, that burger is like $12 or $13. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's one person. So even at a place like Five Guys where it's nothing special, I mean, Five Guys is a good burger. That's all it is. It's I would take several burgers over Five Guys. But if you and I were to go to Five Guys, we would probably get 2 burgers and 1 large fry. Like, we would split it because it's so fucking expensive to eat at Five Guys.
let's see here. Has 8 locations in Seattle.
Okay.
I want to see.
You want to look at that menu?
That's what I'm looking at. And you are 100% correct, Pat. That first off, the guy's a liar. The plain hamburger is a single 1/8 pound grilled patty with no condiments. Is $1.90.
Okay.
So an 1/8 pound, you're typically getting a quarter pound, so it's about the half the size.
I'm typically getting a double quarter pounder, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the size, right? It's like the ones that you buy at the grocery store, those are typically a quarter pound. So they're half the size of something that you would buy at the grocery store. That's no cheese, no nothing. With a ketchup and a small amount of mild mustard, it goes up to $2. A plain cheeseburger is $2.20. A cheeseburger with the condiments on is $2.35, and a deluxe, which would be 2 eighth-pound grilled patties with melted cheese, lettuce, mayo, is $4.35. But again, these are small little burgers, so you're probably buying. I would say a normal person is probably buying at least 2 of them. So guess what? You're up around $9, right? Their fries
how quickly that happened.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So again,
I like that he didn't mention in this post that burger is $1.80, which we discussed is actually $1.90, whatever time. But that burger's $1.80 unless you want ketchup on it. If you want ketchup on it, it's no longer $1.80. Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Can you spit on that for free just so the bread's not so dry? Could you?
I mean, no, I do gotta say this: the place looks fantastic, and if I ever go out there to Seattle, I'm definitely getting one of these.
Definitely getting a 12-pack.
Family owned, operated. All employees have access up to a $28,000 scholarship benefit as soon as they pass their first skill test training. The child assistance is between $5,000 and $9,000 a year, and 100% employer paid health care insurance for all employees. Childs are covered at 75%, spouses at 50%. So again, that's not free. So the employer is paying for just the employee's benefits. The children, you're paying 25% of the child and 50% of your spouses. Which, don't get me wrong, it's still a good thing, right? And dental coverage is 100% employer paid for a non-smoking employee. That's a little fucked up, and 50% for smokers.
Sounds like this was a family, and I would bet dollars to donuts that in their 5 locations, there's probably 20 family members that work there. And for the handful of employees that don't belong to the family, this is a really, really good opportunity. You'll never advance your career because the family is so deep. And it sounds like they're not hiring a ton of people anyways.
Yeah, you're working for a small company, which good on them to take care of their employees. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but again, this post is very misleading, and I did the debunking of it in 35 seconds. And just like everything else, I guarantee you, with the scholarships, the child assistant, and like it says right here, the limitations to the free health insurance, I don't see anything about the 401k. But like Pat said, yes, it's a 50% match, but up to what? Right? Everybody has a limit on how much they will match.
Yeah, our company
has my old man,
a very, very generous match, but that is also 50% up to X.
Well, it's 35% up to now. Yeah, ours is 35% of 8%. They'll match. Now, there's no limitation on the dollar amount that they'll match throughout the year. Like some companies have a specific, like we'll match you 100% up to $6,000 a year, or $3,000 a year, or something like that. Big Rick Washington's in the chat. Just looked it up. It's 8th pound burger. So he was doing the same thing that I was doing. So
nice.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by and watching the show, man. But yeah, it's yeah, everything is misleading. You know what I mean? They spin it to fit the narrative that they want it to fit.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I stopped watching the news. Next beam.
This one has a picture of a bunch of beer bottles around a snowman, including one right up against his mouth, and a person's mugshot off in the corner of the picture. It says, "Roses are red, pussies are tight. Drunk man has sex with snowman, loses penis to frostbite." That snowman's not even that hot, bro.
And it's melted and knocked over.
Well, that's from the lovin'.
That's fucking crazy. This is fucked up, Pat. The fact that you put this in the thing, dude. I was reading this before the show. You are a fucked up individual.
This girl on Facebook posts, "Been thinking about killing myself lately." To which one of her friends replies, "Let me hit it before you go."
You're a horrible person for putting
So
this.
fucked up. It's like the worst response you could think of.
You're a horrible human being, Pat.
That guy seriously set men back 10 years by going, "It's not that you have no value. Let me expose the one thing that's worth a shit to me before you die."
I'm real quickly looking up and see how big a White Castle burger is because I'm holy shit, dude. I just went to their thing, dude. White Castle's given on Sloppy Joe's with Sloppy Joe
Oh.
fries.
Little teeny tiny ones?
Yeah, it looks so good.
They should just call them sloppy J's. Oh, that sounds much different than it's supposed to.
I wanted to see what the actual size is on a White Castle burger.
Hey, what's the
Let's
price
see.
on a White Castle burger?
It doesn't say, probably because they're so spread out over the country. You know what I mean? Let's see. The
Yeah, it's
original
priced by territory.
Yeah. But it doesn't say they're 100% beef, but it doesn't say what size. 100% beef. I'm trying to read the box. Well, let's put it this way. 6 sliders is 9.5 ounces. So
less than an eighth.
yeah. All right. But not much. I mean, trust me, an 8-pound burger is not a very big burger.
No, it is not.
All right, Pat, you want to get into these reviews of the shows?
Let's do it. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I got to drop the music in.
I figured.
All right, you made it through the teaser section, and now here we are, reviewing Yellowstone and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Pat, what do you got?
Yeah. Tom, Yellowstone, Kevin Costner. Yellowstone, I was told, I thought, truly, I felt like I was oversold on Yellowstone, that it was Sons of Anarchy on horseback. And I love Sons of Anarchy, so I was very excited for Sons of Anarchy. And when I started watching Yellowstone, it was not Sons of Anarchy. And at first, I was pretty disappointed. It's a lot slower paced.
So it's more like a Breaking Bad situation.
Well, it's it's in the middle of nowhere. It's on a place called the Dutton Ranch or Yellowstone. And Kevin Costner's family runs the ranch. He is the head of the family, and through the first episode, you are introduced to his children, who could not be more different from him or each other. The family just kind of covers a whole gauntlet of things you would need in order to succeed in today's America, including as you mentioned before, a daughter who is just a ruthless fucking monster. And then you're also kind of introduced to the fact that this is a show about a ranch. It's about the ranchers. It's about the cowboys that run the ranch, on the day-to-day stuff, fixing fences and moving herds. So it's cool in that aspect. There's a lot of animals that die. Miss Elizabeth, not a huge fan of those scenes. And there's a lot of family drama that gets pulled in right away. The show gets better and better. Somewhere, I think it was season 2, episode 4 or season 2, episode 5. It all came together for the first time. And I went, this is one of the best shows I've ever fucking seen in my life. I didn't realize how invested in the show I was until that episode. And I was like, fuck, man, like this just got me so good. So then we just didn't stop watching it. It's fucking incredible. It's really, really good. It's obviously a little bit far-fetched because that's how, these shows are all made. Some shit that would never. I mean, it's just not feasible that it would have happened in real life. But I'm fine with suspending a little bit of reality as long as it's realistic, and it is very much realistic. There's a ton of because of where they're at. There's like Indian reservations, so there's a lot of Native American characters, which I thought was pretty cool because we don't see a lot of that on television. I fucking love it, man. It's fucking amazing. There are characters that you fall in love with that you can't get enough of. My boy Rip. Rip is the fucking man.
Speaking of Rick, he just
Rip. R.I.P. Rip.
oh well, Rick just said those burgers are technically sliders in the chat. That's so he's dove deep into the figuring out this Dick's burger chain. There's like a 5 minute
What did he say?
lag in chatbot. I think that's because we go through multiple. It's because you're going on YouTube and watching. It has to go through multiple sources before it hits us because I'm streaming on 2 different platforms. So there is quite a lag with the chat. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. Sorry to interrupt your thing. So Rip,
No.
what's he do? Does he rip people apart or?
Yeah. So there are. I don't want to spoil anything. There are people on the show.
Like you ruined the new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, that wasn't a spoiler, but I get where you're going with this.
Griff
There
said
are people
it was
on the show who are branded with the like a fucking cattle brand. They're branded on their left pec. And it doesn't say why for a long time, so I won't spoil why. But those people make the show worth watching alone, and just like everything that they do is they do things for the right reasons. They're not always doing what's legal. They're not always doing what's moral. They're doing what's necessary to get the job done. And like you're just so invested. Like, fuck, man. Like, not only is that the type of person that I would want to be, but some of it is like, I don't know if I would have the balls to be that good of a person to do that bad of a thing to make sure that the right thing happens. It's really fucking good. Kevin Costner's character, I fucking love everything Kevin Costner does, but his character is, God, he's fucking nasty. He's such a good actor.
Let me ask you this, because you kind of have me veering towards Rick says time to bring Pat to the train station. I assume you know what that means.
And I wasn't going to mention anything about the train station. I don't want to spoil anything.
I've been told what that is. It's where they it's a cliff, they push them off and kill them.
It's a real place, Tom. It's a real place it's 100 miles from what's it? It's 100 miles from something. Maybe the closest residence. I don't know. Miss Elizabeth looked it up. It's fucking crazy the things they found in this spot, bro. This is a place where things go to never be worried about again.
Nice. Like in our reality, not in the show reality.
Yeah, no. In the real world, this fucking cliff is a problem solver.
Nice. So let me ask you this, because you've seen both shows at this point. Should I stop watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine to watch this show? Because I'm pretty intrigued.
No, what you should do is when you're settled and ready to watch something, you should be watching Yellowstone. Because Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you can literally pause in the middle of an episode and walk away from it if you need to. So when you're not settled or when you don't have as much time, then throw on an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's fucking fantastic. But Yellowstone don't watch it with your son. There's a lot of violence. There's quite a few boobies. And listen, God knows at 13 years old with the internet, he's never seen a boobie. It's just not, I mean, you do a lot of explaining. There's a lot of character. There's a lot of, I made this decision and you understand why I made this decision, but a 13-year-old might not understand why I made this decision. It would not be as entertaining with a child involved. Erica and you would be wholeheartedly invested in almost every character, even the bad guys. I'm like, man, I hope this motherfucker gets his.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stop watching Brooklyn. See, like, this is the problem. This is why I stopped watching TV shows, because I'm gonna go start watching this today. right? And what's going to happen is I'm not going to do anything else for the next 4 days, and I'm going to get caught up to where I'm going to start calling out of work to watch
Well,
this.
there's no way to say this that doesn't sound dirty, Tom, but you have full access to my Peacock. So you spend as much time on it as you want.
Nice. All right, so I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you haven't watched it, it's a show with Andy Segal, or what's his name?
Andy Samberg.
Sandberg. Perfect.
What
Andy
the
S.
fuck?
Segal. He's what's that fucking washed up actor's name? That's a cop.
Harry Crews?
No, Segal. Fucking
Steven Seagal?
yeah, there you go. It's Steven Seagal's kid.
Yeah. And Katie Seagal's kid.
So I mean, the show's old. It's over now. They don't have any new episodes, I don't think. I know that at one point it got canceled and it got brought back, I think, on NBC because it was originally on Fox.
I can't believe it got canceled.
Yeah, I got canceled for a little bit, but then somebody else picked it up. It's good comedy. It's light, but you do get invested in it. Like like every good sitcom, there's a love story underneath it, just like in The Office or in Friends. So you get people start dating each other and stuff.
And you become invested in each character, from Rosa to Captain Holt to Amy to what's his fucking oddball ass friend's name? His best friend.
Oh, it starts with a B. Fuck. I can never remember it until he say his name, but it's fucking hilarious. He's
Dude,
one of
the best characters.
Dude, do you want to know who I think really is the best character, who plays the best role in that whole show?
Captain Holt?
Yes. Captain Holt is phenomenal. I just watched one of the episodes I watched yesterday was the one where Katie Seagal is his mom on that show. That's right.
Is his mom on what show?
On Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Good catch, Erica. We just watched an episode where, because
Charles Boyle.
Yep, Charles Boyle. He Captain Holt is by the book, great police officer, dealt with a lot of adversity coming up. He's a black gay cop. So he's
monotone.
Yeah, he's monotone as a motherfucker. It's when he tells a joke, like you can't tell if he's being serious or joking, and then he goes, "That's really funny." Like it's just, he's hilarious. But we watched a show last night where they're trying to kill Ralphie from the League. He comes in as a cop. Yeah, Ralphie. And the FBI is trying to kill him because he was 12 years undercover. And the guy that Captain Holt knows from the FBI is the same fucking guy as him. Like monotone the whole thing, but he's a dirty cop. I forgot where I was going with this, but like it's a phenomenal show. It's really funny. It's light. So like Pat said, you can get up and walk away and go. Like it's not like a show where there's a huge storyline that you need to follow. So it's
hooked. There's not cliffhangers at the end of every episode. You can stop watching it for a week and go back.
Yeah, which I turn it on when I'm going to bed, or if we're bored around the house and there's no sports on or something like that, we'll throw it on. I actually was watching it before the Super Bowl. I had the pregame stuff on I was watching a Celtics game on one TV in the basement, and was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on the other TV. So I really enjoy it. If you guys are looking for something that's just light, something funny to watch, I would definitely go watch it.
When do they have their annual competition? Is that the Halloween episode, or is it the season finale?
It's the Halloween episode.
Those episodes are so fucking good.
The actor that played the dirty FBI guy was the president from the show 24. He's also the guy from the Allstate commercials.
President Palmer, David Palmer on 24. Fantastic actor as well.
Yes. But all in all, man, it's a great show. I don't know how many seasons are. Like I said, I think I'm on season 3 or 4 at this point. But yeah. Oh, so you know what? So I think I'm on season 4 because after they do the FBI guy, they get they catch him, and then the main character there and Captain Boyle have to go into witness protection because they're getting threatened by the mob guy that they're going to get killed.
Yep.
So that's where we were at last night when I fell asleep. So
What about, I want to say her name's Linetti, Gina Linetti. She's like a receptionist slash police officer.
oh, she's awesome, dude. She's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. She's not a police officer. She's just she's the captain's assistant. But
That's what it is.
she's fucking hilarious.
That's the thing is they do such a good job on that show with character development, like Holt being a gay black monotone police captain, and you're invested in him and his husband. You know, Amy being the fucking super nerd who's smoking hot, and then of course the main character is after her. Terry Crews having the two children, him just being a softie, like in general, and he's always worried about how his body looks and everything.
I
And
love
he's
that
just
he
this
talks
fucking-
about himself in the third person all the time. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, even the two. What are the two who just fucking eat lunch and hang out all day?
Yeah, the fucking two fat guys there.
Yeah, like everything about the show, you're fully invested. Rosa, you're fully invested. Even Rafi, who I'm pretty sure his character should have spent about 5 minutes on that show and never been back on. He lasts forever because you fall in love with everybody on that show.
Oh, does he come back?
Oh yeah, Rafi's in and out of that show permanently. You like he never stops.
Nice. Erica said they have a few people on other shows from other shows on there. At least two from The Office, couple from 24. Just fun to see different people come on. Yeah. Yeah, we figured out the black guy there, that the Pontiac Bandit that comes in and
he's a pretty famous comedian or comedy actor.
Well, he played on The Office for years.
Yeah.
So he was good, and then there was somebody else from The Office that Erica found yesterday. Who the fuck was it? Oh, Maggie, the cleaning lady. She was in The Office when Scully and Hitchcock, yeah, are the two fat guys that are just sitting in their chairs all day.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, great show.
It never occurred to me that his name was Hitchcock, and how funny it is that his name is obviously a reference to Alfred Hitchcock. And I assume Scully isn't Scully from the X-Files?
Yes.
Mulder and Scully?
Yeah, Meredith from The Office. There's Maggie, the cleaning lady.
Yep.
I think she only has one episode though, or two maybe. All right, good movie review segment, Pat. Fuck, where is it? All right, Pat, what else we got on the show today?
We got some three-finger news that's sure to shock you. This little article, this doozy here, sent in by Miss Erica Washington. A woman found an email in her sperm folder. Holy shit, Tom.
Fantastic.
We have derailed. A woman found an email in her spam folder saying she'd won $3 million, and she really had. Laura Spears almost missed being notified on her $3 million lottery win. A Michigan woman played the state lottery on New Year's Eve, but forgot to follow up. It turned out she won $3 million in the lottery, but didn't realize until checking her spam. Laura Spears said she inadvertently discovered her win while looking for something else. In Oakland County, nope, that's a different thing. 55-year-old Laura Spears matched 5 balls in Michigan's Lottery Mega Millions prize on New Year's Eve. The contest's organizer announced on Friday, but she hadn't thought to check her numbers and might not have found out that had happened if she didn't check her spam folder a few days later while looking for an unrelated message. She said it's a striking change from the messages spam filters exist to stop, which promise easy money, but are in fact meant to defraud the recipients. She said, I was looking for a missing email from someone, so I checked the spam folder in my email account. That's when I saw an email from the lottery saying I'd won a prize. I couldn't believe what I was reading, so I logged into my lottery account to confirm the message in the email. it's all still so shocking that I really won $3 million. Her initial win was $1 million, but she had also spent an extra dollar on the lottery's megaplier. She said she added the Michigan lottery to her safe senders list in case she ever gets lucky again. She plans to share the win with family and retire earlier than planned. The lottery organizer said the Michigan lottery jackpot stood at $376 million as of January 21st. She didn't even put a fucking dent in this thing with her win. My favorite part of this whole article, Tom, they hand this woman $3 million and she goes, I'm going to put you guys as a safe sender just in case I get lucky. What? You just got $3 million. That's it, sweetheart. Stop fucking betting.
Did you see that somebody in Cheshire won? It was either the Mega Millions or the Powerball, 186 million.
No, that's excellent.
Yeah, it wasn't me though.
Huh.
If it was me, we wouldn't be doing. We would be doing a show. That'd be the only thing I'd be doing in my life.
I gotta tell you, man. I love what we do. I don't know how I would walk away.
For what we do for work?
Yeah,
Like
for the
work?
last, I don't even know when. It's been a long time now. Has been a nonstop fucking enjoyable, just balls to the wall, constantly doing something. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I was just having this conversation with our friend who works at my store the other day. And he was like, "You're out of your fucking mind. Like, you never complain about a bad day." I'm like, bad days are there's just more work or there's different work. Like, but it's still like they're necessary. Everybody has bad days. It's part of the game, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with
works.
that. But at the same time, like, if I win $180 million, dude, I'm not working for anybody but myself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe less hours. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Hand me $180 million. I'll let you know.
Yeah, guess what? I'll never fucking see you again. That's how that would go.
That's not true. I'll call you from Aruba and be like, "Hey, anytime you want to come visit, let me know."
No, fuck that. I think
I'll go splitsies on your ticket with you.
I think it's fair to say that if either one of us won that kind of money, the other one would be taken care of. At least I would hope.
Oh God. Yeah, I can't, dude. Oh man, so many people would have so much money if I won the fucking lottery.
Yeah, see, nobody would have money.
I just don't have very elaborate dreams. I'm like, 3 or 4 million puts me to be able to never work again and live the life that I would live optimally. So if I've got 100, there's a lot of millions to divide.
Yeah, but see, like, your whole life changes. You know what I mean? Like even yeah, I could, if I had $3 or $4 million, I could probably retire tomorrow and never have to work again. You know what I mean? I would have to live a very similar lifestyle to what I live now to do that.
Accept that.
The problem is if you have $180 million, well, guess what? Now I'm buying a house in Aruba, and half my year I'm going to live in Aruba. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to go all these different places and see all these different things. Now, that's not much different than my life right now, other than I would own the property in Aruba. But you get what I'm saying? It's just a different, while I like to vacation, I'm still a very basic person. I don't need a fancy house or this or that. Like, to me, a bigger house just means a bigger house to clean. You know what I mean? Like,
I would probably I'd be like, Tom, let's get a brand new top of the line RV, right? I'm talking really, you know what? Let's get 2, because God knows we don't want to sit next to each other all day, every day. So let's get 2. Let's get them fitted with full podcast gear, right? So we can, I'm talking wrap, like the outer wrap, but also so we can podcast on the road.
Fuck yeah.
And then let's do all 50 states, right? But let's review, the best restaurants. Let's review this. I'm not kidding you. I'd be covered head to toe in tattoos. I would not cover my face. That'd be the only thing.
In your hands.
No, at that point, what the fuck do I care? The only reason I don't tattoo my hands is for the workplace. So I would definitely cover my hands, and I would put a standing appointment at the doctor, and I'm talking like every 6 months to every year. I'm going to need lipo and gastric bypass. I don't want plastic surgery, like to make myself look younger or anything like that. What I do want is to not exercise and to eat whatever the fuck I choose. And you motherfuckers are responsible for my weight, right? Like I pay a lot of good money to you people. Keep my weight down. I'm going to keep pushing as hard as I can to get it up again.
You're
That's the truth. They're like, oh, but you don't have a job. You could just spend an hour a day exercising. Why would I do that? I have millions of dollars. Suck the fat out of me.
Yeah, see, I'm the exact opposite. Where if I had the time to work out and stuff, and because let's be real, like as much as I like shitty food, and I do, right? Part of my big is just the time, man. You know what I mean? Because I prioritize other things in my life over exercising or stuff like that. So if I had the time, I would probably spend an hour, hour and a half a day going to the gym to do that. You know what I mean? What else am I gonna do? If I'm fucking retired, I can go do that shit. So, but like when you're at work, like my work day starts at 5:30 in the morning. I don't get home till 6:30 at night. Your fucking day is over. You're gonna have dinner. You're gonna do a quick hour and a half fucking podcast once a week, and then it's time for bed. And I do other things, like I play pool 2 nights a week. All those things add up. But when you don't have to be at work for 13 hours a day, guess what? You can chisel out an hour to go work out. And to be honest with you, find better things to eat. You know what I mean? I eat a lot of junk because I'm on the fucking
them.
Yeah.
You would have the time.
Yeah, I'm on the fucking go all the time. Like it's hard.
That's my point. Like I get what we could do because money may not buy happiness, which I think is a lie. Because money buys the freedom to have happiness, but money buys you time. Money buys you the power to make decisions. Like how am I going to spend this day? That's my point, though. So with all that money, my decision would be bring me a fucking Big Mac and suck this fat out of me. Like I don't care how much time I have.
You got issues.
It is what it is. Or I could hire a personal chef, I suppose. But then I'd be like, can you figure out a way to make a healthy Big Mac, please?
Yeah, take out the bread and make it real burgers.
You better find me some calorie-free bread, chef.
Seriously though, like if you make a Big Mac at your house, right, and you're using like real beef from the store, all it is lettuce and Thousand Island dressing and some pickles after that. You know what I mean?
So it would certainly be a more calorie-dense food. Like it would be healthier for sure. But not health. I still shouldn't eat ground beef 7 days a week. You got to understand when we talk about home cooking, I don't home cook to eat healthier. It is healthier by coincidence. I home cook because it's better tasting and it stretches further. I know if I make I made a meatloaf not this Sunday, last Sunday. I ate it all 5 nights of the week. Miss Elizabeth refused to eat meatloaf, I think ever again, actually. But I made a fucking massive meatloaf. It was like $13 to eat for the week.
Yeah.
And
you know what we never did was
if I make burgers, Miss Elizabeth, they hear about these things. Somebody will hear like what I'm gonna make, and they're like, "That's fucking disgusting." And then they see it, and they're like, "Well, now I kind of want to try it." And then Miss Elizabeth will take a bite, and she's like, "Fuck, make me one." So when I make burgers, I butter and grill croissants. My cheeseburgers are on croissants when I make burgers, and she's like, "What the fuck? You can't just have cheeseburgers on croissants." Watch me, motherfucker.
You're so
fucking McDonald's.
You're so fucking fat. Did you hear? Dude, speaking of McDonald's,
crispy and buttery. They're so
did you
good.
hear that they're bringing back the steak, egg, and cheese to McDonald's?
Of course, I heard. I went there yesterday to find out it was not out yet.
And I know I'm super upset. That's so funny. I checked yesterday morning on the app to see if it was in there because I was gonna go get one. We're so fat. We're so fucking fat.
Dude, you know how many times if I pull into a McDonald's, the first thing I think is, fuck, I missed that steak, egg, and cheese.
It's so fucking good, man. So
that
good.
And the Arch Deluxe. I don't even remember what the Arch Deluxe was. I just remember loving it as a kid.
I've never even heard of that. Never even heard of it. No idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'll tell you what, dude. Sausage, egg, and cheese on a McMuffin, though. It's fucking good. It's good stuff. Anyway, we kind of got off the rails there. I like the idea about buying those RVs. Maybe we should do that when we actually retire, like buy an RV. And we just... Yeah, 2 RVs. That'd be fucking dope. I'm going to start looking at RVs now.
Don't do it, dude. They're so fucking sexy and they're so appetizing.
I like the idea of it though. I mean, that's not a bad way to retire. And since I'm going to be retiring in a short 20 years, uh,
Right
I,
around the corner.
hey man, I got 20 years to set this shit up. You know what I mean? I'll only be 52 years old. According to my parents, I'm not going to make it that long, but if I do, I'll be good.
Is that a reference to your weight?
Yeah, I didn't tell you the story.
No, but I can't fucking wait to hear it.
It's not really funny. Like it was actually very charismatic, and it kind of scared the shit out of me a little bit. But when I was down there to watch that game with my father, after the game was over and stuff, he said, like we were just sitting there, and he was like, I'm worried about you. I want you to start taking better care of yourself. And listen, like obviously, I'm overweight. I'm fat as fuck. I do smoke and vape. Probably not the best things. But, he was like, I'm just worried about you. I got like 20, 25 years left. I just want to make sure that you're around for all of them. Like, I'm going to fucking die tomorrow. But, I am getting older that, like, it's a reality, right? At the end of the day, though, we all die. It's going to happen to all of us. But I guess, we want to make it as long as we can, I guess. Sometimes.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They say like the saddest thing in the world is to outlive your kids. I don't have to worry about that. So I will refer back to an earlier part of the conversation where I say, bring me my fucking Big Mac. I don't have kids. I want my fucking Big Mac. If I did have kids, you know what the main problem would be? I wouldn't be able to afford as many fucking Big Macs.
You really like Big Macs, man?
No, they're really not very fucking good. Every once in a while, I'll get a Big Mac, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna hit the spot, and it never fucking does.
Nah, man, they're
you know
not
what?
good.
Honestly, the Whopper is the best fucking fast food burger.
Whoppers.
The Whopper or Wendy's Classic Double.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you on that.
I mean,
those double
you see
Whopper
this dog?
ones.
This dog wants to go on a hike so bad right now.
Yeah, you're going later. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you, fucking a Whopper, dude. Every time you drive by, Fuckface there, the one that emails into the show sometimes, or doesn't email in, but has some comments about the show. He hasn't eaten beef from a fast food joint in like 12 years, he said. But every single time,
dude, ask him if he'll be on the show. If we give him one of each of we'll pay. We'll get a Big Mac, a Whopper, something from Taco Bell, like a chicken sandwich from Pop. We'll get just the garbagest food, and he has to just take one bite of each until he taps out. So like take a bite of everything, then take a second bite of everything. But then we'll have it pre-set up so nothing's on film, but we'll put cameras, not capturing anything important, but also audio in the bathroom for when he fucking just destroys the porcelain. Because it'll fuck him right up. Dude, 12 years without fucking fast food beef, that shit will run through him.
Well, so he eats the chicken. Does it,
I will drink Epicac.
So he eats, Erica says a Big D burger with grilled onions from Dutch's is delicious.
That's funny because we went to Dutch's last night after that lantern thing. And I was like, no need to ask what you're going to get, Liz. Clearly you want the Big D. And then your wife was like, that's my favorite.
Something both of them is lacking from us.
They get it at Dutch's because they ain't getting it anywhere else.
He does eat at Taco Bell. I don't know if he's eaten at Burger King in the last 12 years, but he does say every time, he goes, dude, every time I drive by Burger King, and it's specifically the one on Merritt and Waterbury Road, he goes, like, my mouth starts fucking watering because of the smell of the Whoppers. Like, it's so, like, the smell of Burger King is so fucking good. You don't get that from McDonald's. You don't get that from any other it's fucking...
Yeah, because they flame fucking cook them.
It's so good, dude.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. I could sprint to Burger King without having a heart attack.
I know.
A full-fledged run. And man, every motherfucking day that shit just pours into my house. And I'm like, fire up the grill. Fire up the fucking grill.
It's so good, dude.
It is.
Now I want double Whopper. Their fries though suck, so you got to go to another establishment for fries. I actually had a double classic from Wendy's on it was either Wednesday or Thursday. It was fucking delicious.
Tomato? Classic double, no tomato?
I get it with tomato.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually not a tomato guy, But lately I've been eating tomatoes for some reason.
I like firm tomatoes.
I I'm not a big fan of tomatoes in general, and I don't know if it's a texture thing, like the skin on, because I like ketchup. Uh, I like things with I like pasta sauce. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know if it's the texture of the tomato that I don't like or what. But
I think we've talked about this before, and it just makes me sound as gay as anything that I could say could make me sound. But when it comes to sauces, I'm not a huge fan of the reds as much as I pretend to like ketchup. I actually like ketchup mixed with mayonnaise. The whiter the sauce, the happier I am. God damn it. Um,
the
like country
creamier the
gravy
sauce.
over turkey gravy, or Alfredo sauce over pasta sauce, or ketchup and mayonnaise over ketchup. You
Oh,
know,
dude, a
like
nice chicken Alfredo would be so good.
I actually have a stir fry, a bird's eye stir fry chicken Alfredo upstairs right motherfucking now.
So good. I love chicken
You ever
Alfredo.
have those things, the stir fries? You rip the bag open, dump it into a frying pan, and just cook it.
Yeah, you know what I found, and I was doing this for a while. I should probably go back to it. Was PF Chang's sells like General Tso's in the frozen food section, so you just pour it into a skillet and you cook it up,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah,
make some rice and it goes with the rice, and bam, you
that's
got
it.
fucking beef and broccoli or General Tso's or whatever.
I
Um,
only had PF Chang's once, and I was not impressed at all.
yeah, I'm not impressed with it, but it's something easy to get at the grocery store that you probably would
Yeah,
enjoy. You know. Uh, all right, you want to do these other stories real quick?
might as well at least. I think there's only one real story left. The one under it, I got to do a bunch of work on. It's just there, so I remember to do the work.
It's huge. There's something somebody's never.
Exactly.
There's something nobody ever said to you.
Correct.
All right.
So this story, Chicago man released from prison 20 years later after twin brother confesses to murder. Kevin Duger, 44, was released from Cook County Jail on Tuesday night and breathed his first free breaths as a free man in almost 20 years. The Chicago man, who nearly spent 2 decades behind bars for a murder over a deadly 2003 shooting, has been released years after. That's the emphasis on this. Years after his identical twin confessed to the crime. An emotional Kevin Duger broke down into tears as he was released from the Cook County Jail on Tuesday night and reunited with his loved ones as a free man. Duger was convicted in 2005 and sentenced to 54 years in prison. For years, he maintained his innocence. Still, his fate appeared to be sealed until what Safer described as a stranger than fiction plot twist that saw Duger's twin brother, Carl Smith, admit to having carried out the murder in a confession that was first made in a letter to Duger in 2013, nearly a decade after he was convicted. Initially, the admission had little impact on Duger's case, with a judge ruling in 2018 that Smith's confession was not credible and declining to offer his twin a new trial. After Tuesday's ruling, he will have a second chance to prove his innocence. This guy confessed in a jailhouse letter to his brother. Like, dude, I really miss you. But here's the thing, I can't really complain because it's kind of my fault.
That's I kind of get it. Why they didn't like just say, yeah, lock up the other one and take the other one out, because like I could tell you this: if my brother's convicted of murder and I'm his Erica's a good point in this, but hold on. If my brother's convicted of murder and we're identical twins, we are twins but not identical. I'm gonna write that to him every single day that I could write that to him, just because I would rather me be in prison than my brother. You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, it would get him out of jail, but you don't necessarily go to jail, right? You have a trial, you have a second chance, and you've already seen the state's hand. They've already
Yeah.
shown you the whole hand. Any surprises coming were brought up in that first trial. So you winning a second trial is way more likely because it's guaranteed that you're going to lose the first trial. It's already been lost. So you have a significantly better shot at winning that second trial, bro.
Erica, has a
Even
good
with
point.
a written confession.
How does his twin brother have a different last name?
Well, there's a couple different ways. One could have been a new dad could have adopted one and not the other. One could have changed his name to his mother's maiden name because he didn't get along with his dad. But I think the more likely scenario here is heteropaternal superfundication. Heteropaternal superfundication is when identical twins are created from two different men's sperm. We talked about this last week on the show, and I'm so fucking glad, Erica, that you would ask.
You're fucking idiot.
Because I think that's the most likely scenario.
Hold on. As her twin brother
Sounds
confesses.
like mom was getting a little choo-choo run on her, and she ended up with identical twins.
Hold on, I'm Google searching why they would have. Why do? Here we go.
No, I'm sure if somebody went back to mom's maiden name or dad, new dad's name or something like that.
Why do you automatically assume that they have new dads?
Well, if their mom got divorced, then there's a new dad involved. One could have taken his last name.
Oh yeah, he changed his Pat, you fucking nailed it. Carl changed his surname to his mother's maiden name.
I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I know a thing or two about broken homes.
That's crazy.
What's Erica saying? I can't read any of it.
I don't know. I didn't.
They wouldn't be identical. They'd be
fraternal with
preservative.
Fraternal with different dads.
Yeah, I can't see.
Well, you don't know that.
I know, but
well, you don't know that for sure. What if they both look like their mother?
Homopaternal superfundification is an important thing that we should all learn about.
Yes, it's very important to all of us. That's what I live for. That's what I live for.
If you're gonna have a three-way, you got to learn this term.
Well, see, Pat, in your life, you would only have a three-way with two dudes and a chick. You fucking idiot.
Well, there's no fucking way that me and my friend, I'm not going to go into sex and tell this girl, listen.
You're so gay.
For once, I'm going to fucking leave you satisfied in the bedroom tonight. And then I bring a second chick. That's not going to help. This girl's going to need me to have a backup hitter, if you know what I'm saying.
The fact that
I would pull out in the bottom of the eighth and be like, hey, we're calling in the lefty. This guy's going to come finish this game for me.
You have to. The fact that you immediately go, you have to learn this term in case you're going to have a three-way.
It's important.
Your first three-way would be with you, another dude, and a chick.
I'm curious now, since you're saying that you would rather have a two female three-way, which sounds like double down on a headache. If you, Tom, you're familiar with the term shooting ropes? You've heard this?
No.
Okay, when you ejaculate, it happens in streams, right? Like bursts.
Yeah.
Okay, those are called ropes. You shoot ropes. Okay, what if you started to ejaculate inside of one woman, withdrew, went into another woman, and finished ejaculating? What if you got both of them pregnant? Are they not twins?
No, they're not twins. They're from different people, like different females. They're not twins at that point.
I guess by that logic, if three women use the same sperm donor at the sperm bank, those wouldn't be triplets.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you want to have a three-way with another dude and a chick.
I'm actually wholeheartedly against three-ways. I've never had a three-way, never had interest in a three-way. I almost had a three-way. We've discussed that on the show. Went real bad.
It seemed like you wanted to do it, though.
Was that about wanting the three-way, Tom, or was it about wanting... You know what? Sometimes when you eat one flavor of potato chips every day for a long time, and then a new flavor is introduced, and that flavor looks appetizing, you think, I still want the burger, but I'd like it with these chips instead. You think that's what that was about, Tom?
No. I think you wanted to have a three-way, and you didn't do it because another dude wasn't involved. You didn't have somebody put there.
It was not my decision to not do it. Not that day.
There wasn't a guy there to put his penis inside your mouth. That's
I was what they call game for the occasion.
I like the potato chip reference there.
Oh, thank you.
He had a three-way with honey in her buns. Nice. That was from Erica.
That bitch was so big, I had an orgy.
That's fucked up, man. You're a horrible person.
Well, this from fucking Shamu's fucking ex-boyfriend. Anyways.
Why are you talking shit about that girl, man? You never even met her, dude.
I didn't have to. The entire community saw her walk into that fucking Walmart.
Jesus. All right.
Tom, since it was lightly grazed, let's have this conversation once and for all. Tom, the best brand of potato chip is obviously Utz, correct?
Depends
you
on
come
what
at
kind
me with some garbage like fucking Pringles or fucking Lay's.
Well,
I don't know that we can continue having the relationship that we have.
What kind of chip are we talking about? Well, like that's the problem. It's for one, what type of chip? Are we talking about a chip like Doritos or like an actual potato chip? If we're talking about actual potato chips, then you have to get into the flavors, right? Because I'm a huge salt and vinegar fan for chips. Where I would say Utz probably has the best ones for a couple of reasons.
Are you talking the shavings? Or are you talking the Ruffles?
I don't like Ruffles. The only time I like Ruffles is when I'm eating a dip.
Yep. I prefer Ruffles all the time, and I prefer Utz Ruffles specifically. Their barbecue and their sour cream and onion. Here's the thing about Utz. Is they're not fucking cheapskates. They put so much goddamn flavor on their chips. Yes. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yes, listen, I'm not saying I hate Utz. But I think I do think a Lay's salt and vinegar chip is better than an Utz. But to your point, Utz sour cream and onion is better than a Lay's sour cream and onion. You feel me? It brings
also,
me back
I
to
don't
the.
know if you can count Doritos in this conversation because those are tortilla chips. And there's not a close second to Doritos tortilla chips.
Pat, this brings me to the famous saying, situations are situational. And I think it's just different for which type of chip you're eating. Erica says, I like the kettle cooked chips. And Erica, that's why nobody likes you. Kettle cooked chips are not good.
Erica, I didn't even realize you were Canadian. That's too bad.
So we're on the same page that we both don't prefer kettle cooked chips. I'm
fine with kettle cooked chips because they're still deep fried, but no, they're not the same. They're not as good. Utz fucking Ruffles with the guy. I think they're actually called Ridges because it's not Ruffles is brand specific. But barbecue and sour cream and onion are tip top. Tom, since we can't crack the answer, let's get the number niner some kind of final decision. Tom, Cheetos brand. Cheetos or cheese puffs?
Hold on. So you mean like the small, like the crunchy Cheetos?
Like the little crunchy ones that kind of look like walking canes, right?
Or
like
cheese
that you
puffs?
found in the woods? Or cheese poofs?
Okay. Here are my 3 top Cheetos, okay? Number 1, Cheetos pigtails. They're like a puff, but they're in a pigtail.
Viral.
Yes. Best one out there. Then the crunchy Cheetos, then the puffs.
I'm a little bit disappointed. You don't have a spot in your rating system for the paw print?
I don't know that I've ever had the paw print, Pat.
If you were to go to the Walmart that we would go to, the one where we would shop, and you go to the registers, you know that front wall where they have 9 million of like 7 different things?
Yeah.
They have the water cooler of the paw print Cheetos right now.
Really?
Yeah, you know, the big fucking like multi-gallon tub.
I would imagine that they're very similar to so I don't know what is different about the cheese puffs and the pigtail ones. It's pretty much the same thing, but there's something like the pigtail ones have like more cheese on them or something. Like they're so fucking good. So good.
To your point, I like macaroni and cheese shells more than I like macaroni and cheese like the regular elbow pasta.
I'm with you on that one. 100%.
And if we're talking that, then when you
Velveeta.
bring in the shapes like the Flintstone or the dinosaur or like the Blue's Clues macaroni and cheese, way better when it's shapes. Way better.
Yeah, but see, if you're doing macaroni and cheese, Pat, you have to like Velveeta is the only way to go. I don't like that
I have a
box
real problem
powders.
with Velveeta.
What? Why?
Here's my problem with Velveeta. When it's hot, Velveeta is by far the best. The second it's not hot, Velveeta immediately plummets to dead last for me because it thickens so much and the consistency. I can't like I can get it to my mouth. Once it gets into my mouth, I start gagging. It's too thick. Don't make it something it's not, Tom. Don't make it something it's not.
It's too thick. Name of the show. It's too thick. It's too. I can't write that on this piece of paper, but I'm not gonna forget that one. Yeah. Velveeta 100%. I would only eat macaroni and cheese hot. Now listen, my son will tell you that I am the best when it comes to making the cheese for the regular Kraft macaroni and cheese, with the powder packets. Like I have that shit dead nuts. I know exactly how. See, the key, Pat, in making those is to add extra butter into the sauce. That's the key.
Well, congratulations. You've discovered the key to every meal ever made. Add extra butter.
Well, listen, man. Nobody else. Listen, my son will only eat my Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's all I know. He says, "Dad,
Hey, when
you
we
make the best."
Do you make Red Lobster biscuits at your house?
No, Pat. I'm not a fat fuck.
When we make Red Lobster biscuits, and we do, we double the cheese, double the butter, and oh my god, Cheddar Bay biscuits all day. Ask Suicide Steve; he loves Cheddar Bay.
I know. I was clawing it up over there. Erica said that's what she said to It's Too Thick. And Pat, I think that's the show. Anything you want to
add? Yeah, number Niners. I say, good day.
Dad, Erica, thanks for stopping by and watching the show. Appreciate you. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday night, hopefully, as long as nothing comes up. It's been a pleasure. Daytona 500 today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Go check out that. I think I might put a little wager on it. And we say, Erica said he says that he will only eat yours, but really he will eat anything. That's true. That's a fucking fact. I can't find the ending screen, Pat. Oh, there it is.